Hello and welcome to a very, very wet Nurburgring. Well, actually it's about British summer levels of wet. I am Husky and I will be here guiding you through the Nurburgring 500 miles-ish, hosted by Racing Pals. But I won't be here alone, as joining me again after Silverstone, but he hadn't got sick of me after 4 hours of Silverstone, I'm joined again by my good friend Gonz. Hello.
I'm back. I don't know what to say. It's good to be back, but yeah, after all the fun of Silverstone, I thought I can't let you do this by yourself for 5 hours. So
yeah, normally people say 4 hours with me is long enough for a lifetime, but you know, you've come back for more.
I've got the some slightly flavoured liquids if I need them, so it's fine.
I have some slightly flavoured heart attack causing liquids. Do you want to compare? Yes, 500 miles-ish of Silverstone, which is not Silverstone, Nurburgring. This is like the polar opposite of Silverstone. A, there's elevation. B, it's in Germany, and C, it's not Silverstone.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's water on the track. Honestly,
yeah, true.
There's water on the track, and we've been praying for this. So hopefully it doesn't go qualifying wet and then race bone dry, but we'll see.
Muscle got that sick of the dryness at Silverstone after testing and testing and testing, rain and rain and rain and rain, that he just went to the rain gods, just make it rain, bun off the dry, just wet weather only, and you know, that will be our way of going about it. But 500 miles-ish of Nürburgring, 5 hours, essentially. We're running on the assumption that the GT3 cars will be averaging 100 miles an hour. I'm not sure what that is in kilometers, because we still, for some reason, use miles in this country. You know, we're trying to progress,
it's
but it isn't working.
Last time I checked.
Yeah.
100-ish kilometers now.
I think it's like 100 and...
It's a lot higher, yeah. It's
130, 140, I think.
Is it 60 miles an hour is 100 kilometers? Or is it, yeah? No?
50 miles an hour is 80.
Yeah.
So I think...
So yeah, that's right, yeah. So
yeah, so we are learning. It's annoying we're going to be going back to Imperial after the stream, but you know, we move on. But, you know, the 5 hours of Nürburgring in the wet. Both GT3s and TCX cars will be joining the grid for this. The BMW M2 touring car, as seen in the real world in TC America. The slowest car in ACC, I think. It is, because
I'm surprised about that.
yeah, because it's essentially just the GT4 version with some power ripped out of it. In essence, really, because they are the same car, aren't they?
Yeah.
But the closing speed's going to be interesting, and obviously we see the rain as well, as I'm just giving us a fly over the circuit, because I forgot I have my controller plugged in, so I get to use it as a drone camera today. The rain is coming down. Before the race, well, before we started streaming, I saw that the rain was meant to be getting less intense.
No. What's the wind? That's the really important bit. We need the wind.
I think it was 0 kilometers an hour when I last looked.
Oh no, that's not good.
But yes, we will be here guiding you through the 5-ish hours of Nürburgring, the 500 miles-ish of Nürburgring. There's a lot of ishes, isn't there, with this?
Yeah.
As we head through the BMW bridge to give a nice camera shot at the other side. You'll see what I'm doing. It will look very good. There's a brick wall at the end of this bridge. That's helpful. So, Nürburgring, one of the most technical circuits I know in ACC. It's one of those ones that I see a few people think isn't too hard, but then you get into points, especially in the rain, you know, turn 1 is very difficult. I was going to say let's jump on board with someone. Oh no, let's jump on board with this TCX car that's just blasted past, because he goes through turn 1. The session is over, so we may have to do it at the thing. Yeah, I think we will do, in fact.
The interiors are beautiful, man, for a car, isn't it? I don't know. Oh.
Yeah, the BMW
we're gonna see
interior.
A lot of that today, a lot of counter steering, I'm telling you, if it's wet.
Yeah, a lot of drivers will be looking to run the TC as low as possible. The BMW TCX car having 4 traction control choices that you can actually utilize, which is typically off, basically off, somewhere in the middle, and then
Yeah, it's. I just noticed there's quite a lot of return drivers as well on the grid. Actually,
yeah.
quite a lot I recognise. We've got Mr. Udrop back.
Yep, so I'm just going to jump in on you here as we go into qualifying. For people who are unawares, we are following the RP series. That's annoying. We are following the RP series way of doing qualifying. What this means is the slower car last cars, e.g. the TCX cars, will be going out first. We are actually going to jump on board with Habana Banana as he goes for his lap so he can give you a talk through. The first 15 minutes are for TCX cars, then the second 15 minutes will be for the GT3 cars. This is so then TCX cars don't get murdered in their qualifying and GT3 cars don't get murdered in their qualifying. So I think it's a good system myself, you know.
Look at the rain meter.
I know, it's going to get mental. It's going to get absolutely insane. As well, over Silverstone, I'm sure you'll remember, Gonz, at Silverstone, we had that curb.
Oh, I'll never forget that curb.
Well, we're going to be inducting a new curb into the Hall of that curb. However, as we're in Germany, we won't be seeing that curb. We will be appointing Das curb.
Yeah, good old Das curb.
Good old Das curb.
There's a few contenders around here, actually, isn't there?
Yeah, there are a couple.
A right-hander on the chicane, that's going to be a big one. Yeah, even our Mr. Resident, Mr. Two First Names has had a few spins there, so...
Yeah, the curbs... the curb on the inside, we'll see it as Habana Banana goes through. If I jump on board, you can see on the run-up, that inside curb there, in the rain, I was getting a lot of rear-end slip through there. And the green stuff as well. We saw it at Silverstone, the green sort of painted tarmacy things. They were slippy as anything at Silverstone. I think they're actually a bit grippier around here, at least from what I've been driving. They have been a bit better.
They've got the non-slip paint on it.
Oh, yeah. Oh. And as you said that,
okay, they got slip paint on it.
Habana Banana had a big problem. He will be the first to set a lap in. So what we will do is I will quickly grab myself a...
Oh.
I will grab myself a track map and give you guys a walk around the circuit. Yeah, so we will jump on board with Mr. Habana Banana. Banana, 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 banana. So, as he comes on the run down to the Yokohama S, as it's called, turn 1, on the brakes hard, it's downhill. So the cars will want to go a bit further, clip that inside curve, then you're immediately setting yourself up for the entry to the Mercedes-Benz Arena at turn 2. Get yourself through there nice and cleanly, nice and happily. Now, turn 3, left hand all the way through, then into a quick right-hander. The TCX cars can whack that inside curb at turn 4. Then you get a little bit of wear and rest by on the run down to turn 5, which is this left-hander here. It is on camber, so it is actually quite nice. So down the gears again on the brakes. Now get yourself a bit to the left for turn 6. The track falls away. Use that to the advantage of the car. Use as much of the exit curve as possible. Maybe not do that all the way through. Now, down the hill into a little bend at turn 7. Now the hairpin. Normally it has flags on the stands, but there are actually people in there today, so that's good, innit?
Good to see. Good to see everyone back.
Little snap of oversteer on the exit there for Habana Banana. Then up through the Michael Schumacher S's, left, and then right, which is normally a lot quicker in the GT3 cars, but in these it takes about a week. And then you get to turn 10, smack that inside curve. It's easy to wash the car out wide. Now to the Warsteiner curve. Oh, on down the hill. Get the run. There is a little bit of runoff you can use, but not a lot. Now down towards the Advan Boggen, as it's called. That trellising on the outside. It seems the TCX cars can take it, but GT3 cars have trouble. Now on the brakes for the NGK chicane. Curb 1, curb 2. It drags the car around. Then through the final corner at turn 15 to round off a lap here at Nurburgring. Another snap of oversteer for Habano Banana. His lap was invalid, so let's jump with this man here. Ben Linder. Lindy? Lind?
It's a lot of fruit-based team names today, isn't there?
Habano Banana.
We've got Red Kiwi. Banana's got another fruit-based name team thingy.
Habano Banana.
Good to see one getting one of our five a day, so this counts, right? Doesn't it? One of my five a day.
And then
nice.
The best time of the qualifying for the TCX cars going through for Mr. Hatcher, who in series does race, and I typically call Thatcher, and for that I am truly sorry. My brain just is smooth. Of a 222.095. Then I'm going into second place at 224.135. Immediately pushed down by Linda 223.677 to go into P2, and Eka a 224.305. So let's jump on with Tom Hatcher, the number 55 ST Racing default liveried BMW TCX car, and you can just see at turn 4 how much more curb the TCX car can take through there, even in the wet, because it is just essentially a road car with a friggin' roll bar and a set of slicks yammed onto it. Well, not slicks at the minute. I don't know if you'd want to use slicks in this weather, would you?
It's worth a try. You never know. Could be the secret. No, I mean, it's no chance. I've gone out by mistake on a track like this. On slicks, and it feels like you're on something slippier than ice.
Yeah, it doesn't enjoy it, does it? It has problems. As I am just looking, we've got 4, 5, 6 TCX cars joining us today.
It would have been, it should have been more. I know there was a lot of issues with servers for last week, so I believe we've lost a few teams because of that.
Yeah, hopefully Kunos, the developers of ACC, have managed to fix the issues that have been happening. It's been a lot of DDoS attacks, hasn't it, on their main server has been happening. It happened during the SRO esports. Obviously, quite a few sim racing people will know Jardier was racing in that and it went down, and there, you know, that's just a thing. As Habana Banana has set the best time so far for the TCXs, a 221.175. Lind is looking racy though. In fact, he's currently 1.5 up, so that should push him ahead of Hatcher.
Send it into the chicane. Send it.
Yeah. Oh, he sent it too hard.
Oh, he sent it way too hard. I'm sorry.
You called him to send it, he sent it, and it was wrong.
You should never listen to me. You'll learn that if you're in the voice channel a bit.
Here is someone I've actually seen elsewhere where I commentate as well, Danny Zenon. I recognise the team name. I'm very interested to see what he does in the TCX car today. I've seen him elsewhere in GT3s, and, you know, he's been all right. He's been decent. He's currently sat P4 in the TCX category. His best lap, a 223.032. I just want to actually give a big shout out to Eckert, who's managed to set a 223 flat, which is something really hard to do in ACC, is set a flat time.
What a lad.
Because ACC goes the 10th, the 100th, and the 1000th as he goes off the circuit there. Wait, I can do the thing. I can do the thing, Gonz.
Do the thing.
What's happened? We need to know! As we see Eckert going off the circuit once more and almost into the barrier.
Oh god, it's gonna be one of them days, isn't it? Is it too late to say I'm busy? Or?
The best part is I call that perfectly. The replay start and end. We're going to be doing that a few times during the stream, you know.
Yeah, it's going to be non-stop. Jesus. The meme never dies.
Someone's going to clip that. I don't know if you can clip on YouTube, but someone's going to clip that and just see what's going to occur. If it's going to get clipped and people are going to laugh about it, you know, the Raising Powers equivalent of Lance Stroll. What's happening? We need to know. Oh, man.
He's just throwing a random replay when there's a fight for the lead or something. Oh, God.
Oh, man. You are going to quickly just see my ACC settings because I need to set one thing. There we go. Just forgot to set my ACC replay buffer up.
You saw nothing?
As Danny Zenon goes into second place. 100th ahead of Lind.
That's nothing. On this track,
is
that
insane.
is nothing.
On this track in these cars,
Yeah.
it is literally
Nothing.
ping can get you that time. Like, that is insane, as we've got 4 minutes of TCX qualifying left to go, and then the TC, not the TC cars, the GT cars are then going to take to the circuit and wow our hearts as they always do. I'm not sure. We've got...
Are we going to have any
7
naughty
minus...
cars?
7 minus 26. What's that? Well, 26 minus 7. 19. So we've got 19 GT3 cars on the grid today. I'm not seeing, though. I am not seeing Mr. Ed Costetta.
Oh, it's way too early for him.
Yeah, he turns up.
Yeah, we're not worrying.
I mean, he turned up last time at Silverstone and did a garage to first, so you know.
It is, yeah. It'll be here like split second to go, knowing that Ed. I have faith.
Yeah, we will see how he goes. You know, there's not really much we can do in qualifying. We can just have a chat. You know, I'm not sure about this TCX lineup though, Gonz. I think it can go any way. I mean, 7 tenths between Habana Banana and Zenon, and also Lind, really, and then under a second between Habana Banana and Hatcher. I don't know. Like, qualifying is just one thing. They've got 5 hours to race. So what do you think?
Well, I used to do it in GT3 when I was doing the league races. I used to think, oh, I'm a second behind. That's so much time. But if you time a second, that's nothing. And it's one little slip up, one little mistake. And yeah, I think in races like this, we should just go random grid, to be honest with you. But,
also, I would like to give a little note for people who are not sure about Assetto Corsa Competizione. The numbers on the timing tower, where the numbers are, they do not signify speed whatsoever. The class system is for the benefit of us and for the benefit of you, so we can know who is in a solo entry under the silvers and who is in a team entry, teams of 2, who are under the platinum number plate. The pros, or the platinum, being the white number plate, the white background of the black numbers, the silvers being the grey one, because I am refusing to call that silver. It's not silver, it's freaking
silver
grey.
Shines. That's a good point. That's a really good point. That's great.
Like, if you go into an Audi dealership or something and go, I want grey, that's the colour they'll wheel your new car out in.
You buy a silver ring in a shop and it comes out that colour, you wouldn't be too happy, would you?
No, you wouldn't. It's just like, oh, well, you know, you give it to your missus an engagement ring. You haven't seen it because you want to be a surprise to you both, and she just looks at it and goes, oh. That is a surefire way to get her to say no. Oh man, this is going to be a very, very interesting race though, because we've got, obviously, I believe is it 3 or 4 mandatory pit stops this race?
It would be 4 and a 5, because you do one at 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour mark, wouldn't you? So 4.
It's not pit windowed, it's just whenever. It's going to be very interesting if it goes dry to wet to dry to wet to dry to wet to dry to wet, because there could be the risk of, do you come in when it starts going dry, get the dry tyres on when the track is able to, or do you run the wets in the hope that it will go wet again? you never really know, do you? And it's quite hard to figure out. I've also just noticed, as well, I'm not sure if you can see that on stream. Look at where the middle nut is on the rim. It's actually a BMW logo.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I've just noticed it out of the corner of my eye. And now my brain cannot unsee it.
Right. That's all I'm going to be looking at the whole race now.
As Xenon has managed to actually close that gap up a little bit up top now to 6.678. Hatcher is looking racy still. He will improve this lap. I'm not sure if it'll be enough to overtake Xenon. I believe it will, yep. Just by a little bit. A flat 5/10 off as he goes off the track. Xenon is going into the pits or coming out? I think he's coming out of the pits. As yes, the GT3 qualification is now underway. So there is your provisional TCX lineup. Habana Banana takes pole, a 2:21.042, followed by Hatcher in second, Xenon third, Lind fifth, Ecker sixth, and Junge in sixth, yes. That's the 66, the 55, the 953, the 155, the 969, and the 47 car, respectively. As we are now going to jump on to the GT3 qualification. 20 GT3 cars joining us on the grid at current. We may be due a Ed Costetta soon enough as well, I feel.
Got a request to follow the Nissan.
The Nippon Nissan? I mean, sure, we can do. What car number is that? Oh, it's probably the only Nissan in the thing, innit?
69. What other number would you pick?
True. Here is the Nippon Nissan, the GT Sport Multiple Team RJN, as they have not submitted a livery, it doesn't seem. There's a tinfoil on the floor of the car. And arguably one of the most useless in-car cameras. It looks like we're mounted on the friggin' roof as Narang has gone off. What's happened? We need to know. As Narang just looks like he's had a crash. I didn't get to the thing in time. That's annoying.
Great replay of gravel there. Love it.
And very good visit into the gravel as I'm not sure. We've got a lot of drivers who are going to look racy. A few drivers who I think will want to slow themselves up just on the start, as we can see Antonio Vidala doing such as well to hold himself up a little bit. Yeah, exactly. I mean, his gap behind is a little bit. Is the car that's behind him there? I can't quite see who that is at the current moment in time. Is going to go on.
I just thought it's also not just because you're worried about catching up to the car in front. It's also the spray in these conditions, isn't it?
Yeah, the spray, the fact that you want to be able to not get caught up if, you know, a driver makes mistakes such as that.
Yeah.
Because now you can see the 154 car behind of Mayer at the minute is in that car, got caught up there, and there's a...
Well done to him, well done to him.
An Aston Martin right up his jacksie as well. I believe that's the 19 car. Driven around by Ripson at the current minute in time. It is a platinum entry. Has let him go past, so I think he might have actually have invalidated his lap here or has just ruined it. I'm not quite sure.
This is the friendliest qualifying session I've seen.
As Narang has had another issue, another yellow flag. Let's see what's happened to him. Oh, look, the car's just let go from under him.
Oh, this is a dry setup.
Yeah, the car's just let go from underneath him. It's had that problem. It happens, you know?
Are you sure you've got wet tyres on, my friend?
As Rains. That's a driver I didn't think I'd see in Strife. Aaron Rains having one GT4 out at Silverstone. Let's see what's happened to him as we're going to jump on board through the Schumacher S's in the McLaren. It's a bit desinky, but not too bad as we run up. Let's have a look. He's on the brakes. Has he just hit that? No, the car again has just let go from underneath him.
Everyone's running really high brake bias. He needs to knock it back in the rain.
Yeah, and then he's smacked the throttle. He's managed to get out of the way of that Porsche, luckily enough.
You know why as well? Because they're low fuel. So I imagine a lot of people have done wet runs on high fuel. They haven't got the weight in the back of the car now, so you need to knock your weight bias back.
Very much so. Under the weight, you want to be able to, you know, in the wet, the rain and the heft of the fuel can help you in planting the car that little bit better. Because the first times have started to come in. Yeah, the first times have started to come in. Here is your driver currently on provisional pole, Lupo, in the number 24 F&R Racing Team Ferrari, without a livery today. His best time at this current minute in time being a 206.480. Wong in second place there, 1.4 seconds exactly behind, followed by Adamansky in third, the 187 BMW, having put in a 208.26. So there is definitely time still to be gained, I believe. And it looks like the track is actually going to get increasingly wetter over the qualifying session. 10 minutes and the rain is actually meant to be getting worse over that time.
Oh, this could pretty much be best times then, couldn't it?
It could be. You know, there's always a thing of set a banker lap, and I think that might actually be what has needed to occur here. As we watch Lupo getting a little bit
heavier.
Yeah, you can see it on the road as well. You can see as a driver who is massively improving on his time is this man here, Peter Mayer, in the 154 unteamed, so private entry, I'm going to say. I mean, all of them are private entry, let's be honest, but you know what I mean. In the 154 Mercedes AMG GT3 car, he's currently running 1.8 seconds improvement over his last lap. And he's 6.7 off of pole position at the minute, so improvements are improvements at the end of the day. He's missed that first curb, but he's absolutely ruined the second curb there. You smack the second curb like it's, you know, stolen your money, don't you?
Oh yeah, for sure. But it's dangerous. There's certain cars could take it, certain cars. I know the McLaren struggles on that exit of the chicane. It can be a weird puddle and like a weird bit in the road, and it can just absolutely yeet it off the track. So that should be something to look forward to between 4 or 5 Nissans, McLarens even.
I think there's going to be advantages to each of the cars in the dry and in the wet. I mean, you've got the Schnozzinator here, the BMW, the big Schnoz, Schnozzerini. Oh, the fan is so nice.
I'm nearly closing my window because it's so cold. Got quite chilly down here for the last today.
I wish I was you, mate. I really do. I wish it was cold, but it's just not for me. It's just too hot at the minute. Because even if it's cold outside, my room stays hot no matter what.
You got a Ryzen?
Both a Ryzen and an AMD GPU. Yeah, both.
Oh, Jesus.
But
at least your heating bills are reduced in the winter, I guess.
To be fair, you know, people chat shit about, you know, Ryzen temperatures and AMD temperatures. At the minute, my graphics card's sat nicely at 60 degrees, and so is my CPU.
Yeah, that's alright.
They're both sat at 60 degrees, which, let's be honest, that's, you know, pretty good. Especially during, you know, almost the height of summer. As we're going to Commentators curse a friend of mine here, Mr. Matthew Tilda Erentrell.
No pressure.
No pressure, nope. I have told them that I will bully them today in that lovely livery there. I bet the person that made that really is proud of himself, you know, and he's totally not trying to get his livery that he's made some screen time at all, no.
Not a fan really myself. I'm joking, I know you made it.
Originally the plan was to run a white and a black livery, but obviously I'm here today, whereas I was meant to be on track. My second driver sadly had to do some things today, and I did not feel like trying to find another driver, so we're in the booth. But Gonz, where else would you rather be but with me on a Saturday afternoon for the next 5 hours?
Well, I guess I've got 5 hours to tell you, so I'll start reading off the list now, shall I? The pub. No, joking. No, it's good. I love Silverstone, so doing this again.
I mean, to be fair, you don't want to go to the pub in a minute. You know, you're down south, mate. Pints are like 10 quid each.
Oh yeah. It's not cheap now in this day and age, and inflation is rocketing, especially down here.
The thing is, right, and I know a lot of people like my random stories that I tell during the streams, which is good because, you know, sometimes you can't say a whole deal. When I last ventured down south, you know, up here a pint is about 3 quid. You know, a cup of coffee is, you know, about £2.50 to £3.50 depending on what you get and where you go. I went down south, you know, pint 8 quid, and I was charged about £4.50 in Starbucks for a friggin' flat white, and I'm sat there like, what do you mean? You know, the northerner in me had a heart attack. I was like, oh my lord.
You're lucky to get fish and chips for under a tenner down here now. It's extortionate. I think it should be like a human right for British people.
Oh man,
fish and chips a week.
The local chippy near me, it's, you know, 3 quid for a big bit of fish and 2 quid for a large portion of chips, and that's it, £5 and you're done.
Oh, I'm leaving, mate. I'm packing up now. I look great.
Here is Jeroen Udderdorp in the specially made Racing Pals 1000 members livery there. He has hidden an Easter egg on it for us to find, apparently, today, so we will see about if it has got one. I do see a thing, so actually let's give this car a little bit of a walk around, shall we? Here is a thank you to some of the people involved in Racing Pals. I see your name's not on there, Gonz.
No, get rid of it. I don't want to see it anymore, mate. Get rid of it.
But no, I really like this livery, to be fair. It's a nice thing to symbolise the what's the word? The achievement of Racing Pals having hit 1,000 members. You know, when I joined, they were about 300 or 400, and it's just exploded over the past year and a bit. And you know, the endurance races are picking up groups of people. Oh, there's the Easter egg. I found the Easter egg. Oh, that's brilliant. I love that. Just hidden in the grill. Just, hey, Husky, hello. But yeah, it is non-stop.
I think I joined about 500 members in, and it's just rocketed ever since. You've got league races every Sunday, you've got fun events on Tuesdays, fun events on Wednesdays, people racing pretty much every day. It's crazy to see how it's gone from being a group of mates to being one of the bigger communities on ATC, really.
Yeah, and it's always growing and always improving. You know, it's not just ACC, there's AC, there is now Dirt Rally 2.0, as we see Piper having a very nice drift there. That is Porsche, that is not 180X drift car, as Maudsley also having a drift the minute I go to him. Grand. But no, the league races on Sunday. I commentate the ACC ones, as you know, everyone will probably know. And then we both race in the Formula Pals that happens on the alternate Sunday as well.
Well, we say race. We
hope to point a car in the right direction. Yeah, we're there for the participation bonus.
Part of our written contract, isn't it? Oh.
Yeah, it is part of the written contract, I would say. As I think the track has actually still gotten wetter, as I see some drivers struggling with oversteer.
But I say the dry line, the not so wet line is getting considerably smaller.
Here is a car that has not yet set a time. I think he's doing a Gonz Supreme with sour cream.
Yes. Good man.
Which, you know, is the name that I dubbed it after a while, because everything needs sour cream. And if people don't like sour cream, get yourself some good sour cream and you will like it. So there's a big...
I've just realised we've got a minute left for qualifying, and there's a certain someone not on the grid.
And to be fair, it's Ed. He could probably join, and be 5 laps down and somehow still win. But 20 cars for GT3. I'm sure we will be seeing an actual decent race here as Narang has decided to go on a beach holiday at Silverstone. Not Silverstone. Oh. It's not Silverstone, Husky! Stop it! Right. There we go. I am back. I'm in one of those moods today, Gonz. I'm in one of those sort of not fully jumpy, but slightly jumpy, quite happy moods, you know?
So I can be the one to level us out because I'm the other end of the scale today. So you do you, and I'll calm us all down.
Apparently, Narang had a crash, so let's jump back 60 seconds and have a look at what occurred to Narang here. As we see him, he's running down towards the Advan Bokken. He's hit that inside curb. Oh, the car's just gone. Wow. The car just let go from underneath him and it's just pitched him directly into the barrier. That inside curb there has absolutely taken him for a ride, hasn't it?
It's one of the contenders for Das Curb.
It really is, and then yeah, he's just stood here for a little bit as we've got 20 seconds left of the replay, so we're gonna have to wait for it to come about. Qualifying has ended as well, so we will give the thing. We just gotta wait because I said 60 seconds, because I didn't know how far back we needed to look. Because you know I'm smart like that, aren't I? So, at the end of the session, here is your provisional qualifying standings. Lupo taking provisional pole position, a 206.480, followed by Piper in second, Adamansky third in the 187 car, the 211 car in fourth, fifth was the 711 car piloted by Fuldesi in a solo, Ripson in the number 19 car in sixth, seventh was Monig in the 69, eighth was Vidala in the number 5, ninth was Aaron Rains in the 17, 10th was Udadorp, the 113 car in 11th, in 12th was the 887 car, the 6th car was in 13th, number 420 in 14th, number 13 car in 15th, the 92 car in 16th, Mayer in 17th in the 154, Matthew Erendraw in 18th in the 999 car, and then Befka in the 666 car, rounding off the GT3 grid as we see someone just disconnect there. I think that might have actually been Scheckenberger. In fact,
I believe
it was, yeah. It was Scheckenberger.
Yeah. So we got a rain, and I believe we've got an incoming penalty, but I don't want to spoil it until it's put in the game.
Okay.
For an unsafe rejoin in qualifying.
Interesting. Oh wait, no, I see where Scheckenberger is. Oh dear. Do you want to see what's in front of him?
You'll be fine.
A BMW. Oh, that's. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm not sure where to call it, to be honest. We've got 1 minute and 44 until the sessions start. Now, keep in mind, it is a single file rolling lap until the final sector where the cars will line up double file for a double file rolling start down to T1. The drivers need to be very, very careful going into the first corner as it's wet. I'm not sure if you can tell, Gonz, but it's wet.
I'm glad. I'm glad. Not as wet as I wanted, but it'll do for now. We'll see.
How wet did you want, you dirty man?
I want everyone to have to go in the pits and get their emergency kayaks out.
The emergency kayaks. Yes, you were actually right about the penalty. If you'd like to talk us about that one, because it has been posted in the chat.
Has it been posted now, is it? Okay. We've got a 10-second penalty for car 666 with some devilish rejoins, apparently.
That's this man, David Kleeman. Kleeman? I'm not sure. He'll probably tell us at some point during today's stream.
I'm not sure if it's been added yet, so if it hasn't been added in game yet, sorry about that, but you're getting a penalty.
it has come up in the chat, the stewarding chat. It may not get put up in the game yet until the race is underway. But 5 hours gone. How are you feeling? Who do you think is going to come out on top? I mean, a driver that we always think is going to finish high up here is Mr. Thomas Jack in the 13 car, actually under the 77 number, but apparently they're number 13, even though they've not got the number plates on. The OnlyFans McLaren, as there is another car that's just disappeared. I don't know if he's... it was Yannick Kupers. He didn't click driving time, so he'll be starting from the pit lane. But I'm not sure.
Who's got dry tyres on then, Husky?
I'm not sure. There is a penalty for...
in turn 1.
There is a penalty for the 666 car, 5 seconds for an unsafe rejoin in qualification. But Thomas Jack is on with Dean. Now, Tom likes doing in endurances, bringing, you know, the drivers that aren't the quickest in RP and partnering with them in sort of a mix of, you know, unofficial pro-am and also for coaching in a way as well, which I think is a very honourable thing to do. You know, he's got 5 hours now to be able to race coach Dean up a bit, who I believe it's his first race in ACC, and it's a hell of a baptism by fire, isn't it?
Jeez, yeah. It gets easier from here, mate, I promise.
Yeah, I mean, I remember my first endurance race with Racing Pals. I was absolutely bricking it. You know, my heart was thumping. I had butterflies in my stomach. You know, I was terrified of having of causing a collision, you know? Which is always a thing that I think everyone's scared of. Me more than most, as I'm trying to just fix the ghosting I seem to be having on the cars. I don't think I am going to be able to fix it though, because ACC's broken again. That's the best we're going to get. You're just going to have to ignore it a bit. Befka as well, another 5-second bit. So 10 seconds. Was it 10 seconds for his unsafe rejoin earlier on?
It was 10 seconds, but I think ACC's weird. You can do 5 or 15, so you have to give multiple 5s.
I see indeed. As we get to Lupo, the current, well, the pole sitter. I'm not sure that German themed BMW behind, driven by Piper, is looking very, very racy. I'm surprised, actually. 3 BMW, not 3 BMWs, 3 Porsches, yeah.
Yeah, Porsches are really strange, especially with the high chance of rain. I thought Porsche would be the last guy he'd pick, but we've got some mad lads in here, so we'll see how it works out for them.
And Mr. President saying it's Unreal Engine and ACC. Yeah, no, I used to get the ghosting with in the series, and just changing the anti-aliasing used to fix it, but that seems to not work anymore, which is annoying.
Oh, Kaya 999 starting in the pit as it had technical issues and it put him out of formation.
Oh dear. That's the Unchained Esports car, powered by Matthew Ehrenshaw and Kieran Glynn. His brother Liam Glynn was meant to be in the car, however, sadly due to I don't know the way to put it without him wanting to come to my house and nut me, he's had problems, which means that he is unable to race today. So hopefully, you know, it won't be too much of a problem for them, and they'll be able to go in. As I'm just seeing the Nissan there heading for the pit lane.
He had dry tyres.
He has.
It has to be.
Dear.
It has to be.
But as I've been told to say, the racing has commenced here at Nurburgring.
Oh, poor Nissan.
As down to turn 1, we'll have a look. Watch to the top of your screen. The Porsche, the BMW on the inside. He's had to stop. Little bit of nudging there between the BMW and the blue Porsche, but
wow,
the GT3 cars, I think, are still all alive and still all together.
Incredible. Oh, is that Tom making a way through? Oh no, we've jinxed it.
Oh, we have massively...
Jeez, what has gone on there?
We have massively jinxed it. What's happened? We need to know. As it was Udadorp up the inside, has taken the BMW. Reigns has got caught. That's just skyrocketed. Tom got caught up in that as well, and has gone off. Everyone has. Even the TCXs got caught up in it as well. So there we go.
For a red flag, unfortunately.
Oh, Havana Bananas round! Havana Banana, the pole sitter on DZX's round. Havana Banana. Aaron Reigns for Reigns Dancer.
Well, you got it right.
Yeah, they've done a rain dance as we get another yellow flag. I'm not sure what this one's for. It's Havana Banana who is still trying to get back onto the circuit, in fact.
Oh, no. Oh.
What a massive start to the race already.
Well, it's wet Nurburgring living up to itself, isn't it?
Yeah.
Was it 2007, 2008, that race where they all binned it into turn one on dries and they wanted to get craned back onto the track?
It was one of the two. Yeah. Because it was it Hamlin's first or second season at McLaren? I'm not sure.
I can't remember.
Because I know he was in that race as well.
They changed the rule afterwards so you couldn't get help because he got craned back on in the car and carried on.
Yeah, also, what's it? I'll get the word in a minute. Malaysia 2005, I think, as here we see the 999 car under attack from Danny Zenon. That is a GT3 under attack from a TZX car.
Do you mean the red flag or rain? That's a bang.
Was it?
That was
I remember
2009 Malaysia.
Was it?
Yeah, because Jenson Button got half points, didn't he?
No, there must have been another one then, because Schumacher still at Ferrari in 09?
No,
because I know
no.
I know Schumacher was involved in that race.
Oh.
Because he was partnered up with, I think, Barrichello at that point.
I need to know.
I don't know. You can do a bit of Googling if you want. As
what one? Malaysia F1 red flag. Right.
Yeah, because I'm not too sure actually. Because I know there's a video of it. One of the rain carnages at X. I'm sure it was Malaysia, which would have been Sepang, yeah. Because I don't think Malaysia.
Proper only red flag where they stopped it was 2009. And that was half points Jenson Button.
Fair enough. Also in the chat, Mr. President, well, I'd say master strategy by Nissan escaping the carnage.
Oh, yeah, that is the way. Where are they now?
We can have a look. Just let me quickly set some things. The Nissan still in the pit lane.
Oh no.
He's got damage, actually. Was he caught up in that lap one stuff then? Because he's actually got damage. Good luck, Deep. Have fun. Enjoy your barbecue.
Yeah.
Made by someone that I've never got. Malaysia 2001 was the rain chaos that I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Thank you, Shoblem, in the chat. Another one of our... Oh, there goes a Nissan out of the pit lane, almost getting collected by Chris Adamansky. Oh, my lord. The pit exit at Nurburgring is terrifying. Terrifying, in fact.
So
he's actually...
That's good.
He's back out, and he is just letting everyone go, which, you know, is good. As Mayor, yellow flag. I'm not sure what's happened. We need to know.
Is it? I thought he was driving the wrong way down the track then.
As we watch him under braking, the car's gone out from under him. He's overshot it into the corner.
That, mate. Oh.
No, he is not stopping that at
it's
all.
It's downhill as well. If you go in too quick and you think, oh, I'll add a bit more brake, because it's downhill, you just slide the rear out even more.
Yeah, there's a definite point where it's too much and too little. As here we see Nita on the rear end of Gorgen, who's on the rear end of Sathoff, who's on the rear end of Maudsley. Whew, that was a mouthful. Wasn't it? That was a very big mouthful. Here is the FPRL Racing Green double 1-3 machine, driven by Mika Sathoff today. It is a silver entry, and this is actually a silver pack. The 420, the double 1-3, and the 887. Maudsley, Sathoff, and Gorgen, respectively, all together as we are about to watch Carl Nita go down the inside of Gorgen. What a move. Has it worked though? No, because he's going to get the outside. Is he going to get mugged off though? Let's have a look. Get the overspeed. Nita there. Very good driving to hold that. Very, very good indeed. So I'm just watching. We may see these two cars together as Nita getting the rear end a bit loose. As another yellow flag. That's Mayer again.
That's the same place I think he had trouble with last time as well, isn't it?
I'm not sure. We are going to have a look as we go to that. I think I know what's happened.
Yeah,
I think he's done the same thing that the Audi did earlier on.
Yeah, he's clipped the inside.
Oh no, it's just car's not
right.
Car's not turned.
What?
Car's not turned, and it's just sent him off. The car's not turned. It washed out, and yeah.
That was really weird.
That was actually that.
Ed's in the chat, Ed. Where are you, Ed? You can still join.
Stream sounds great. Yeah, Ed, where are you? We were meant to see you.
Oh, we got a drive-through for car 6. Uh-oh. Causing a collision. Drive-through directly, I imagine that's for lap 1 incident.
Yes, I would expect so, as we see Maudsley on the back. This is a big old battle pack with the lap down Nissan in amongst it all, but Maudsley all over the rear end of Andre in the number 5 Audi. Maudsley was looking to the inside, but he thought better of it because Andre was not going to let that one fly whatsoever. I'm not sure though where that Bentley is quicker. It is a boat and it is wet, so you know, boat.
Should be doing good around here.
I know, especially at the minute. It's perfect boating weather.
It's looking very slidey, that Bentley. It's never really going in a straight line, is it?
No, it is looking a bit unsettled. I mean, we see a Porsche in the background there. I think that's the 113 going very deep.
I thought he wasn't keeping on the track then.
As he's gonna be under attack from Carl Nita as well. Is he gonna try down the inside at the chicane? Thankfully not. Ed had an endurance last weekend. He couldn't negotiate 2 in a row with the wife. It's the thing, isn't it? Happy wife, happy life. As we see Matthew Ehrendroll going side by side with Kleeman. Audi versus Audi. Ehrendroll has managed to actually make the move up into P17. Side by side through the kink. A very, very sketchy move there. But I think he'll be happy with that. As Mayer's gone round again.
Oh no.
Clemens into the pit lane to take a 10-second penalty. Narang is taking his... I think he is having the pit, actually. Look at the front of that.
Oh. I'm wondering why he's pitting so early. He must have damage, because you can keep the 10-second penalties until your pit stop. The drive-throughs, I think you've got to take within 3 laps.
He might have damage, or he may even have dry tyres on. He may have just been trying to get it to work. You know, sometimes it doesn't.
So, it's not working.
No, sometimes it does not work. As we're going to jump back up into the GT3s, we're going to get on board with Carl Nita. Look at the spray coming off the back of the Bentley. My lord. I'm seeing what you mean, Gonzo. That Bentley never is looking quite stable, is it?
It's always moving around. That rear end, he must be running ridiculously low wind.
Moving side to side, up and down like a roller coaster. I mean, just look, another snap, another snap.
It's just constantly snapping.
Look, watch again into this corner as well. You know, it's sideways again.
Luckily, we haven't got a tyre allocation, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't believe we do. I think that'll be a good thing. We're going to jump up. Actually, the battle for second place between Piper and Adamansky is underway. The gap being 3/10 between the two drivers, with Chinese John Cena on the roof of the Bing Chilling Racing. I mean, look at it! As a yellow flag for Satoff. He's round. He's been collected by the Nissan. What's happened?
That Nissan has not had a good first 10 minutes, has he?
We need to know.
Oh, Nissan.
As we go back 15 seconds, he's taken too much at the chicane. It's gone round, and the Nissan has collected him on the way through.
Oh, yeah, that's not the Nissan. I didn't know where to go. It looked like the car was going to the right, so you stay left, and then it goes left. One of them things.
Oh man, that is going to be absolutely, and that's going to be just a pain in the backside. I mean, thankfully, I believe the Porsche's downforce is all in the rear, and seeing as he's hit on the front, that could be a little bit better for him.
I just hope we don't see the third pit stop for a Nissan in the first 15 minutes, because I think you'd be going through a pit stop record at this rate.
Yeah, and I'm just looking as well. No required pit stops at this current minute in time.
No, good.
And you wouldn't be able to one-stop a 5-hour race anyway. I mean, these cars are decent, but I think the longest I managed to drag a car in ACC out, I drive the Audi, has been an hour and 30 minutes. Hour and a half.
I think they limited. I used to do the Aston, but I think they limited the fuel size slightly, because you could get like an hour 20 out of that. But have people realised that there's no required pit stops, and have they thought, actually, let's fill up the tank then? Or have they kept with their hour stints?
Possibly, as we're on the rear wing of Andre, and look, Maudsley, he's, oh my lord, that was very loose on the exit of the Schumacher S's.
That has to be a dry setup. I don't see how a car that weighs over 2 tons can be sliding around like that on a wet setup.
Wow, that was insanely loose. I mean, if it goes dry, you know, he'll be laughing at us, you know. But at the minute, it looks like he's going to have to endure the wetness for a little while, as that also puts Nita up to a P7. Man, I'm just not sure where we're going to be seeing the battles undergo, as here we see Uderdorp on the rear end of Aaron Rains. The Racing Pals 1,000 members Ferrari, and Aaron Rains in Aaron Rains team TM. Together at last, as Faldesi, that is a lot of damage on that BMW, as Aaron Rains has to go around the outside of him. I'm not sure what's happened there. Uderdorp is being careful not to go at the back end of him, but it is going to be a 3-car battle, as this is for position. This is for P11. As you see, Rains defending the inside, the BMW steaming straight past. Rains has been caught up in it as well. The BMW was right where he wanted to be, and that has given Uderdorp the perfect opportunity to move up. You know what? We're going to watch that from the helicopter camera.
After you brake, and then no one brakes.
We'll have a gander look as they run down. You see, they're almost free wide. The BMW on the brakes later actually hits Rains, then it goes deep, and Rains is sort of just there, and he can't really do much, and Uderdorp's like, you know what, thank you very much, I will have this. And yeah, that's put Rains up into P11. And a bit further up as well, we saw Adamansky get the overtake made on Piper. Here we go, this is at the hairpin. Piper goes deep, and Adamansky runs it up the inside towards the Schumacher S's. In fact, they are side by side. Adamansky gets the outside line, but then uses it to just get the overspeed. Piper defends the inside, and then Adamansky just gets the overspeed on him.
You have to give up the outside on the Schumacher S beginnings. If you don't, you're not making the second part.
Pretty much, but he got that overspeed very, very well, in fact. I think that'll be one that he'll be happy about, as we see Maudsley go quite deep there, in fact. How about we check in on our resident bosses at TCX cars? This is the battle in TCX at the minute. Denny Zenon and having to do the offensive driving against Eckert, the 953 and the 969 car, the all-in racing machine, and the full BMW livery. They've been running at about this time for a little while, and Udadorp has picked up a stop-go 10-second penalty gun. So can you give us any insight into that?
Oh, that's gonna be that murderous incident on lap 1, I imagine, or lap 2, whichever it was.
Oh man. Already, we've not even been...
I believe the harshness of that penalty is down to the amount of cars that are involved, more than the collision, so to say.
He is heading into the pit lane, so he'll be taking that penalty this time round. I've just noticed there is a big bump there. It's not what you want, but we move on. As this battle here for P2 has already called up to Habana Banana. Habana Banana, 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 banana. Banana! As I used to call them when I was a child. I was like, oh, what do you want for lunch? Banana! And I'm like, oh, okay. So we tried looking for banana brand bananas for a long time, and we never could, and I was sad for the entirety of my childhood. For multiple reasons. That's a bit of a track extension, Denny.
Sorry, one problem with making Discord as small as it will go, it's really hard to go between the channels. You scroll up and you go half a page up, so yeah.
Yeah. As we see Denny Zenon still on the rear end of Eckert's car. Lupo already coming up to this battle. And this is for P2 in TCX. Just put that into perspective. Lupo, 20 minutes in, under that actually, 18 minutes in, has already caught up to P2 in TCX. Just let that sink in to just show you, I'm not saying this in a bad way, but just to show you how slow the TCX cars are in comparison. I'm just looking up and down. There are battles occurring, but this is the closest one thus far. We will jump onto the autocam for a little bit so we can see about. Nita under attack from Habana Banana. Habana Banana, 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 banana.
It says Andre on my screen. Is that just the ACCL?
We're on Andre's... No, maybe actually. As Lupo getting past Hatcher to put himself a lap ahead of the entire TCX grid by the 20-minute mark. So if they're getting to the TCX cars, if he's getting to the TCX cars every 20 minutes...
That's 3 an hour.
That's 3 an hour across 5. So that's 15 lappings of the TCX cars. Just let that sink in.
And nearly 100 ways to die is what we'll call it. When you time to go.
Yeah, 100 diving opportunities, you know.
We hope we won't see a single one, but yeah. And I'm hoping these conditions should stop dive bombing, because you'll be so scared you're not going to stop. You probably won't do it.
Very true. Rain. I like to say rain is a great equalizer, but rain is also a great stopping of dive bombs.
Yeah, I mean, if you say equalizer, but I don't know, I think some drivers really quick in the dry just fall apart in the wet, and some that are questionable, so to speak, in the dry shine in the wet. So it definitely knocks the field up a little bit and changes the order a bit in my eyes.
Yeah, I was going through this with someone I know recently, actually, of a lot of people in sim racing despise driving in the rain. And I was sat there trying to think to myself, why? And then my brain could only come up with one main reason. It's harder.
Yeah, it is harder. You have to think about your inputs before you do them. And you have to be so smooth on them, you have to roll off the steering correctly, add the throttle at the same time correctly. You smash that brake too hard and you're pirouetting into a wall. It completely changes. You have to have an adaptable driving style to drive in the rain. If you're just a hot lapper that drives on 16 degrees track, it's horrific, isn't it?
Yeah, because I always, the races that I race in on ACC always have a chance of rain. It's never guaranteed, but it's never off the table. So I'll always, and the same actually with Assetto Corsa 1, in fact, but for a different reason, I'll always practice rain, regardless of if, you know, I think it's going to rain or not. Just because being prepared for it puts you at a huge advantage over people that are like, I don't like practicing in the rain, it's hard. And in AC1 as well, I'll always do practice on a fast track state instead of always optimum. As a lot of races I've done in AC start as fast, and sometimes it doesn't go all the way up to optimum.
The difference in 5 or 10% of grip can be huge on Assetto Corsa on this one, isn't it? It can be huge. Even setup dependent. Like if you build a car for a green track, you're gonna, in a weird way, be slower than optimum because you've set it up for less grip. So now you've got too much grip in a way.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you quite a bit. As Fuldesi's got a 10-second time penalty, so can we get any input on that, Gonz?
I'm meant to be keeping on check of this, and I.
You are?
Yeah, I'm not doing my job very well. We've got 2 racing incidents come in, and we've got a penalty for 711 causing a collision with car 6. And we've been in the round.
That was earlier on. We can't get the replay of it for some reason, so very interesting. As we see Nielta, I think he's attacking Wong there. Yeah, Wong just up ahead. In fact, the that blue Porsche, not BMW, McLaren and Porsche up the inside. That was a bit dive bombing. He gets a bit of a nudge there on the rear end from Wong. As we're still in the heavy rain state.
So we've got drivers that are confused because we've normally had... Uh-oh.
That's Fuldesi round. That was at turn 1. He's had strife there before. What's happened?
Is it too early for he's folded it, Jake?
No, he's hit the inside curb too hard, and that's just taken the car round.
Oh. So yeah, we've got drivers that are unsure if we've got a pit limit, so to speak, or a stint driver time, and they're asking in the chat. So
I believe it will be a stint driver time. I can quickly confirm and/or deny though. If you give me just a moment.
I'm trying to look, but I really can't
RP
find...
Enduro. It's a 75-minute stint timer.
Okay, I'm going to say, put in a chat saying according to our...
So drivers must pit every 75 minutes. And if you can get it perfectly on the 75 minutes, I will be very surprised. I'll be very surprised, in fact, as we are getting a few... The pack is starting to level out just a little bit, Gonz, as my front door's knocking, so I'm going to have to quickly go and answer it and see who it is.
You're not leaving with an auto cam, but don't change again, are you?
I've turned it on this time.
Okay,
I've made sure of that, but someone's at my door, so I have to go and see who it is.
I've got Morty going down to turn 1. He didn't even think about that, really, did he? Oh, okay. He's like, don't mind if I do. Oh no, that is car 666 having another spin. Honestly, if one of the drivers are here, try knocking your brake bias back a little bit more, especially for turn 1. Yeah, Jacob, it's looking pretty good. It's meant to stay this rate of rain for at least 30 minutes, and then I'm hoping for more, personally. There's not enough rain. We've got to think of the environment and water this grass. So we've got Reigns and 11 being chased by Foldsy. Just had that spin a minute ago. Oh, actually, no, that looks like it's... Are they thingy-majiggies? slower beamers, TCXs, or what are we calling them? It might have been. But he's only a second back from Gorgon in the... And then another McLaren. It started around about this, Jacob, but I think the track's naturally got wetter just because of the water being added to it. But I think the rain level's been quite consistent. And he's catching him as well. Attempt here and attempt there. It soon adds up around this lap. But Lupo with a nearly 17-second lead in half an hour. That is, wow. That could be a lap up by the end of this, mate. How can you vote for driver of the day, Crime? We'll have to wait till Husky gets back and see if he's got a form. If not, he's got 4.5 hours to make one. How are you doing anyway, Crime? Give me 1 second, sorry, I have made a mistake. There we go. I'm confused with what we're watching here. Oh, we're watching Nitra. Okay, now we're watching Gorgon. I don't even know anymore. This is mad already. Oh, that's that Reigns. Oh, Reigns has just sneaked it down the inside. Yikes. For my 2 pence, I do believe that BMW is innocent. But the 4 live stewards we have here today, Racing Pals, will decide. And if any penalties are required, they'll be dishing them out. We are looking at Paddy, I believe, getting attacked again. Oh no, we're changing. Every time I say a name, we get changed. There we go. Don't know why we're watching Kleeman, but we are. Is that for? Oh, that's for position. So he must have. He was nearly 2 seconds ahead. So he's lost a lot of time over this lap. And now we are watching an onboard with Foldesi, I believe, back to the Dean, and he's been attacked actually by the car behind. That's a position behind of the Porsche, and they've got quite a bit of damage, but ACC does have a bug. We had it before at Silverstone where we believe the car was brutally damaged and should not have been on track, and it actually turned out completely fine. So that could just be visual our end, or that could be actual damage. And Dean is struggling to get past. Okay, a lapped car, or is that not a lapped car? It has to be, yeah. Yeah, the TCX class is all BMW apparently, and they're slower than GT4s. And just to add it into the mix, we've got a couple of normal BMWs in this race. So I got no idea. I'm just calling it out as a slower car if it's slow on a straight, to be honest with you. But apart from that, anyone's guess. So Yannick Kuepers has managed to get past Dean and is now trying to run away as quickly as possible. And he's only, I believe, they've got quite a big gap actually. I think it's yeah, nearly 6 seconds. But if you look at Foldsy with the penalty, these two are technically 5 seconds up. So do you over push it trying to catch the car in front too much, or do you just wait for the first round of pit stops? So yeah, all of the drivers with a silver background / grey background on their numbers, they're all solos. So they've got 4.5 hours now of hell in the rain by themselves, no break. And I've done 4 on a track like this, and I'll tell you what, you get a bit delusional near the last hour. Try doing stupid things like taking a Rouge one-handed. Yeah, I'm not sure, Jacob. I believe it... Is it an in-game skin? Because I know if it's on a real car now, I don't know if it's been put in the sim yet.
Right, hello.
Hello. Well,
Friggin' DPD delivery.
It worked, but every time I said the driver's name, it switched. So I've been looking like a right idiot for 5 minutes, but yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, bloody DPD delivery.
Oh.
Do you know the worst part? Do you know the worst part? Not even for us, so I had to show the DPD driver where they had to go.
Ooh.
It was like, oh, you know, we've got a delivery for you. And I looked at it and I'm like, no, it's not. It's not for us. It's like, no, it is. You know, it's, you know, this number. And I'm like, no. It's like, I'm like, oh, where is it then? I'm like, I'm going to have to do your bloody job for you, aren't I? So, you know, that was the fun. So, what did I miss?
A couple of incidents. Reigns had a slight hiccup, I believe.
Oh, yes.
They were 3 wide into, I believe, was the last turn.
Oh, God.
TCX in the middle of 2 cars fighting. It could have been a lot worse, to be fair.
Oh God, we've seen a thing. Doing good job. Oh man, Ed's done you there, hasn't he? Ed has done you.
He has.
So we are on the rear, the rear wing of Mika Sathoff as Aaron Reigns is up the inside of the final corner. No, yes, maybe, no. Oh, that was very close. That was very close. I'm just having to decide in the background, Gonz, what pizza I fancy.
Oh, well, if you're gonna order me one, I'll have a double pepperoni from Domino's, please, mate.
Yeah, no chance. Go on yourself one. They're not paying me enough. I wanted a kebab, but a pizza seems to be the best way to.
The least messy as well. Kebab, we're gonna get horrific hands.
Well, I use cutlery to eat a kebab because no, I'm posh about it.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I use.
You use cutlery to eat a kebab?
Yes.
What's the point of a pita bread then?
Well, normally it gets all bloody soggy and horrible. I wonder, is the other pizza place? There's 2 pizza places on the way to where my mum and my stepdad get their thing from. And I'm like, is the second one better than the first one because it's on the way? You know? Because they do a lot more stuff.
We've had a request from Jacob to do a TCX field and review, please.
Now here's the annoying part. I can't put up a specific thing for TCX, so we can just sort of grab here. Here is P1 in TCX. It's Tom Hatcher, the 55 car. Denny Zenon is in 2nd. Then Lind in 3rd. Eckert 4th. 5th is Junj. And 6th is Habana Banana. But they're sort of just existing about the place, you know, enjoying themselves. Not really much is occurring in amongst that, to be honest. Which, for us, isn't fun, but for them is probably absolutely amazing. Oh, that sounds nice. A special pizza. Cheese, tomato, pepperoni, salami, special beef, sausage, peppers and onion. 12-inch for a tenner. Get that with a portion of chips.
I have to get a pizza now, Kusky. I'm not even joking. Can I
Mate, honestly,
check the bank balance?
Check the bank balance, because I think after today we have earned it, you know.
We've only been here like an hour.
Yeah, well, you know, who cares? Oh man, I mean, you know, the race really has been quite quiet for the minute, but I'm sure it'll hot up as we start getting towards the pit window.
Oh, we've got a battle for P3, by the way. Potentially. It's going to be a battle for P3.
Have we? As we see Lupo looking at the inside of Xenon. Xenon having to take avoiding action.
Okay, so we're not getting pizza.
Oh, are we not?
No. Lupo did start on pole, and he's driven away with it so far.
Yeah, he's absolutely away at the minute. He's been really clean and consistent in that. Yep, Porsche in the pits. Porsche in the pits. That's Piper, the 34 car. He was as high as third place earlier on because Adamansky was having that battle with him.
He's retired.
Oh no, that's not what we want to see.
He's got a really bad headache and he didn't want to risk catching up with other drivers.
Oh, that's not what we want to see, but you know what? That is a good thing. You know, first and foremost is how you're feeling, how the drivers are feeling. Yeah. If you're not feeling up for racing, don't race. Really, innit? As we're with this P3 battle, it's Nita on Paddy. Number 19. Oh my, what a cut back there from Nita on the exit of the Mercedes-Benz Arena. He read that beautifully there, and Paddy just couldn't do anything but run the car wide and give the position up to the McLaren.
He's been that Aston Martin did everything right there, but he just couldn't quite close the door. You could see it coming, I'm sure, but he just couldn't quite close the door. That's one of them ones that hurt. They really hurt when you get done dirty like that.
Very much so. As Lupo's gone and lapped Hatcher, the leader of the TCX class, once again. As we also see Hatcher about to get lapped by Matthew Earnshaw as well. Probably one of the better places actually to come across a TCX car as he nudges the gravel and the grass. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Over the curve. It has cooled down a little bit, but the track state's still looking wet. As both Nilta and Paddy come across a TCX car. You know what? I am going to get a portion of chips with my pizza, though. Mate, I always do. Portion of chips and a pizza. Put it on top. Oh. Very good.
You're something else, mate. I'm telling you. Next, you'll say you get a can of tuna out of the cupboard and throw that on as well.
Oh no! Who has tuna on pizza? What's wrong with you?
You would be surprised. And some people request it to be put on before it goes in the oven as well, and I can't think of anything worse.
No, Kieran. Pineapple, get out. Leave.
Right, I can ban him if you want. Should we ban him?
Nah, I'll just yell at him later on.
Let that one slide, Kieran, but there are rules here, and talking about pineapple on pizza is...
We are a no pineapple household. Oh man, a no pineapple household. See, I like pineapple in some things, but on pizza, no. It's like the Swedish, isn't it? They have friggin' banana on pizza.
Are we just going to go around every nationality saying what we hate about their food?
And the English! Oh, so bland!
I think I blanked it out. Did you say the Swedish have banana on pizza?
Yes, Swedish banana pizza. It is a thing.
Oh, Jesus.
You can Google it. It is a thing, and it looks absolutely horrible. It's not even... They don't even put the banana on at the end. They put it on before they cook it, so all the cheese melts into it as well. It sounds absolutely awful. Like, I've never got a banana out of the fruit bomb and gone, you know what this needs? Some melted cheese on it. You know, I never got a banana out of the fruit bowl, got a bloody Baby Bell out of the fridge and melted it over the top of it and gone, yes, perfect as all things should be.
We've got our first dive bomb of the day.
Oh dear. Is it the number 6 car?
Yeah,
Yep.
5 seconds.
And we've got some brotherly fighting going on. TazXX, Liam Glynn fighting Kieran Glynn over pineapple on pizza.
Yeah, sure. I love pineapple, just nowhere near anything cheesy or tomato-y.
Not on pizza. Like banana is
like pineapple and cheese, like chunks, fine. But it's just something about the tomato and the bread and other things. And
cheese changes quite a bit once you melt it, you know? We were meant to be here commentating the endurance race and we're talking about bloody
20 minutes of food.
We're talking about bloody pineapple on pizza. There's we've got a yellow flag for Narang. That's more damage on the front. What's happened? We need to know. As he's locked up and crashed into Matthew Earnshaw and then absolutely blasted the rear end of the tyres there. I can hear Earnshaw down the road absolutely yelling. I think that's all I can hear.
I just want to add, I've driven this in roughly these conditions in a GT3, and it's so easy to make mistake after mistake after mistake. Because you lose a bit of time in one corner, you're like, right, I've got to gain a bit of time. You lose more time in that corner, it's never ending. And I think
pineapple on Hawaiian pizza good. No, Jacob, no. It's not good on any pizza. Like, never, no.
I think that should be a requirement for Discord. The first screen you get is, do you like pineapple on pizza? And if you click yes, you just get kicked out. You know?
The server I'm in did that. It didn't kick or ban you from the server. What it did was it put you in a channel that was only for people that clicked the yes. That was, what was it? Pineapple conversion therapy. That was what it was. And it was just everyone berating people for liking pineapple on pizza. Which, you know, is dumb, but it's funny at the same time. And this is the content we all come here for, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it reminds me, actually, this is a great story. I have many stories like this. When I was in my first year at college, because I had failed English GCSE 28 times, I think I failed it about 4 times by the time I got to college.
I was about to say, you failed maths as well, or?
Yes, I did. I failed. I passed maths. I passed math and English GCSE in my last year at college. I got a B in both.
Fair play to you.
I mean, the maths was teacher assessed grades, and she gets bonuses depending on performance. So, you know. No. The tutors in my last year got results-based bonuses. So obviously, if I passed, she'd get a bigger bonus. But no,
okay. Yeah, that's still. Still.
I did something called a.
Where's Porsche going?
He's fine. I did something called a OCR certificate, which is basically just an alternate version of a GCSE, where it's more based around coursework as opposed to a final exam. And I had to write in English GCSE, I had to write a newspaper article or like a blog article or something, you know? Just an article where I had to have a beginning, middle and end and an opinion. So what I did was I wrote a blog piece ranking and comparing takeaways and what one was best. So it was going through pizza, it was going through kebab, which I remember putting the simple line of, if you like kebab, you're probably drunk. And you know, it was going through the pros and the cons of each. And it was that funny and that bad that I remember this because my ex went to that college a couple years after I did. And I went there because I went to go pick her up, and I was like, oh, I've been here, I'm gonna, you know, scare the knack out of the teachers that are still here who remember me. And I went in, I linked my head into the English teacher classroom, and the first thing I see is that the 3 pages of that post, that like written exam, framed up on her wall, and I'm like, that is sad as fuck.
Oh, I have. It's going from bad to worse for car 6. We're 3/4 of an hour in, and he's on penalty number 3. He has a 15-second time penalty causing a collision with car 999. So He's had incidents of 666, 999, 953. It's been everywhere this season today.
Jeez, he has been, but you know, there's still time for it to improve. I mean, it's getting still wetter and wetter and wetter and wetter. You know?
Are we only one car down?
I'm just having a look. Technically two, because Piper hasn't disconnected. Mayer, yellow flag for him. So let's see what's happening. We need to know. As he's going through the Mercedes-Benz arena in the Mercedes-Benz, and he's hit that curb and the car's just gone with it. So the Mercedes has lost it coming out of the Mercedes-Benz arena. That is quite funny, actually.
Irony? I don't know if it's irony.
I think we can call it irony, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I believe that's it. Right, I need to quickly text my mum what I want from the pizza shop for when they go.
I want to give Raids a shout out because he was involved in carnage at the start, all the way to the back, and he's up to 9.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so, as we've seen a Nissan up the inside of Ben Lind at the Mercedes-Benz arena. This is a very useful camera there, Lupo. He's just lapped Dean, Mr. Thomas Jack's teammate.
Hold on, I'm gonna let the cat out. Hello, kitty. There you go.
As now we're back with Denny Zenon. He is looking racy, actually, methinks.
He's got battle for third place only half a second away. It was closer until they got lapped.
Yeah, the lapping can affect both the drivers in who are lapping, but it can also affect the drivers who are also being lapped as well.
Yeah, you've got to be smart. I mean, if you're a GT3 driver, sometimes it's better to brake a bit earlier offline, lift a bit, because you can both lose time by not trying to lose time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly, 100%.
It's a skill from a slower paced car. Like if you're going down a straight and you know you're going to get caught before the corner, just lift off for a second and then put your foot down, and you've only lost half a second compared to what could have been, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly, and you know, it's quite easy to get into strife as well, as older people will say. For younger people that don't understand World War II, get into trouble when lapping a slower car, and even actually a GT3 car lapping a GT3 car can also get into strife, as you know, everyone's trying to think where they're going to come across each other. Everyone's trying to be like, oh, where am I going to find him? Where am I going to find him? You know, who's going to be where? Who's going to be where? And you know, be terrified.
Ooh, that gap's closed a bit, isn't it?
It really has. I mean, you can see them. They are very nose to tail with each other, but we'll see. I don't think these cars get a long enough. Well, yeah, A, long enough, and B, probably not enough. What's the word I'm looking for? Enough slipstream down the straight to make that move stick there. And now Ben Lind is going to be under pressure. From Aaron Reigns.
He's gained all that time on that lap just to lose it again, getting a lap.
Yeah, as we get on board. Oh, there goes Reigns. There goes Reigns. Yep, he's gone. The car just went. The car was like, nope, I'm done. Yeah, he's lost it all again because look, Denny Zenon up ahead is going to get lapped in the better opportunity of the two. But he hasn't lost a huge amount of time, really, in amongst it. So we will jump back to the battle.
There was, at some point, a collision between 420 and 5 when it was deemed a racing incident. And so Morsley obviously came off worse than that and is now 6 seconds behind.
Oh, as Aaron Reigns gets past Habana Banana and Lind. As, almost down the inside. Lind is round. Habana Banana tried the inside there and just took Lind out of contention. So remember you were saying that gap was getting bigger?
Nah, not anymore.
That gap is now a lot bigger.
It's that's one for stewards to have a gander at properly, because yeah, I'm not too sure about.
Let's have a look what happened. Oh, the replay's not going to go far enough back.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about both cars.
I'm wondering, once the replay ends, can I grab it from ACC Race Director? That would be the question, please. Yes, I can. So here we go. You can see they're racing together down. Habana Banana just hasn't stopped in time.
Yeah.
And he's taken to the sand trap as well himself. I'm not sure as to why.
It's not the black BMW or the one without the skin we can't see. He saw it coming, so he left the space, but he obviously couldn't stop in time.
Yeah, as we're saying, the first pit stop for Matthew Ehrenshaw. I'm wondering if his teammate Kieran Glynn's going to come in. The first racing pit stop, in fact. And I think he has in... Yeah, so 15 minutes that car can drive on for, but... I don't know, maybe they're aiming to try and just pit on the hour every hour as close as possible. I'm not sure.
Did they underfuel thinking how to use less in the rain and they've misjudged it a bit? Because this could really... Luckily it's 8 minutes, so you've only got to get 2 hours, 2 minutes extra on each stint, but you don't want to risk another pit stop.
Yeah, well, from what I know, because obviously I work with these guys, you know, in the same team, they have actually switched to a completely different setup for the race. We were developing one when we were about to enter 2 cars, but then, you know, obviously I had to pull out, hence why I'm here. So they've moved on to a completely different setup, which I think both drivers were finding a bit easier to drive. I know I drove it and improved my personal best by about 2 seconds, so there's clearly decentness in it. Not decent. It's not a word, Husky. You know what I mean, though. There's clearly improvements, as we see Yannick Kippers looking over the rear of Habana Banana. And he'll get that move done by the chicane, I would think. Yep. Oh, right. Not the chicane, sorry, the hairpin. What am I saying? I have forgotten how to English, Gonz. This is problematic.
Oh, that's alright.
This is very problematic, you know. I speak English, but I barely speak English. I speak English. As Udador makes the move past Habana Banana as well. Are the TCX cars significantly slower? Yes. That's really all you can say, really, isn't it? Are they slower? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. There's not much happening up and down the track as we are hurtling towards the first pit stop, in fact. Narang and Faldesi will have a 15 and 10 second penalty respectively, as we've been strapped to the front bumper of Mika Salahov's car. I'm not sure. I mean, the pit stop is gonna throw people off, innit? You know, some people might be trying to get on the hour perfectly. Some might be trying to get the full 75 minutes. You know. I'm just getting the Twitch chat back up on my phone as we see Lupo getting past Habana Banana as well. So that would be... How many times have the TCX cars been lapped already?
This probably could be, if he's above schedule, that could be 4th time.
Wow.
Oh, we have another penalty for Banana. We have a 10-second, I believe that's that incident we saw.
Yeah, I'm going to expect that that would be what it's for. I mean, you know, from the looks of it, it was a mistake, but rules are rules at the end of the day, aren't they?
You don't need intent to do a whoopsie. That's how I look at it.
And you don't really need anything to do a whoopsie. You can do a whoopsie with anything, can't you, really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm just watching about, looking at the gaps, trying to just see where people could attack. But the gaps have really spread out within the first hour, and it doesn't look like the track's drying up at all. You know, the track still just looks like it's hot as anything as we see Paddy go up the inside there of Mayer in the 154 car to make his move very, very well.
I will be back in 1 minute.
Can you bring snacks?
That's what I'm going to go get, so yeah, I'll be back.
Awesome, good. I always ask that, and this is the first time anyone has said yes. 30th of the 6th, we get another DLC. Yes, we do, Jan. The Land of the Free DLC will be coming to ACC on the 30th, including free tracks in the Glen, Indy Road Course, and Sonoma? I think are the three that we will be obtaining as we get towards the battle now of Jeroen Odedorp and Yannick Hubers, the Porsche and the Ferrari. They've negated a BMW M2 CS as we get on the passenger cam. Just look at that spray. It is absolutely insane. It is mental. You can barely see where you're going. Kota, yeah. Glen Indian Kota. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Put it this way, the wet GT3 times in this weather are 4 seconds faster than optimal track times in the M2. See, Ed is our resident, you know, mechanic. And we love Ed for it. How about graphically and career mode? I mean, graphically, ACC looks great. Career mode is not great. However, there is a big however. ACC does come with a single player championship mode, which is a lot better than career mode is. Which is definitely worth a play, as the AI are very much workable. They've gotten more aggressive over time, and they are being improved steadily, in my opinion. I'm just looking around. I don't know if Gonz has just returned. I heard something from his thing. Oh, there he is. Hello. Hello. Hey, how you doing? Hello. What's going on here then? What's all this here?
I've got more cars going in the pits. Look, car 211 now.
Yep, one came in for a pit stop, and up ahead, Nita is chasing down Adamansky, but he has Dean to negotiate as well. He'll go to the outside of the chicane. Dean lets him through. That is very, very sportsmanship driving. Sporting driving, not sportsman. What am I on about? An Audi there, but that has opened up Adamansky in the BMW to Nielter once again. These two had the fight earlier for P3. P2 actually, so let's have a look again. Nielter looks to the inside, thinks better of it at the last minute and goes back around to the outside. The BMW though clearly looking to try and just get the exit speed, the exit traction. Wow. I'm not sure Gonz this battle 6/10.
It's crazy. I believe he was one of the cars that was involved early on in that collision. So in an hour, he's come all the way back up to the front again. It's crazy.
Yes. I mean, he's done Adamansky. Hang on. When did that happen?
Well,
I'm just looking at the chat, and he's done Adamansky. We'll get a replay on it. Oh, Adamansky's gone deep at turn 3. It was the same sort of thing that happened with Reigns. The car just didn't turn.
We've got Six has been involved in another incident, but he's the victim this time. We've got a 5-second penalty for car 666 for
that's
devilish, dodgy driving.
And we've actually got a three-way battle pack here. The 2-on-1 car, who's just gone deep and has been overtaken by Kippers as well, and Udadorp's involved in this too. So this is a three-way battle pack. Porsche, Ferrari, and we all know what the Porsche's thing is. And we've got a yellow flag. It's Matthew Ehrentraut. It's a yellow flag. What's happened? We need to know. He's all on his own as he just overcooks it into the chicane.
Oh, you can see already where this is going.
I mean, it was a good save at least. And a yellow flag for the 55.
Line there. Everyone's trying to take the esports line, I think.
He's also done the same thing, and the battle here was still hotting up. The Porsche ahead. Oh, Underdog almost sending that Porsche to the shadow realm.
He was panicking, and all the rope you could tell. He turned out of it.
Oh man, just look at the spray. I keep bringing this up, but just look at it. It's something else. I've been in it before at night, which we'll get to. We will do.
You can't see anything. It's ridiculous. It's just a wall of grey.
Wow.
So if drivers are struggling now, we'll give it another 1 or 2 hours in game time, and it's gonna crank it up a level or two. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it'll be at this point. I'm not sure if we're gonna go full dark or if it's just gonna be dusk. Lupo is coming past.
Double time, weren't we?
Oh, I'd have to check that for accuracy. I'm just getting a gammy bit out my eye. Oh no!
Oh,
look
geez.
ahead, Lupo has lapped the 2 Porsches. This has opened the 211 up to the inside. Even Lupo's gone deep and almost got taken out. Wow! And it's now the battle pack is back together. I sound like a really bad film announcer. In a world where motorsports occurs, the battle pack coming to Assetto Corsa Competizione in 2 months. Oh, we've got a yellow flag for Dean. Not sure what that was for. Not sure. It looks like it hadn't had another driver involved, so we can go back to the battle pack.
What's the gap to P1 to P2 now?
23 seconds.
Okay, so I think he's been letting off a little bit. Well,
Yeah, I mean,
lap in traffic, he can be more cautious with a 30-second gap almost, can't you? So
about 10 minutes time until the stint timers will end for the drivers. So, you know, we've still got a little bit of time until the pit stops, but I think we may start seeing pits in a lap or two's time.
what's the pit stop here, about 50 seconds? If you're doing tyres and
I can
fuel?
tell you, actually, because I have the stat. So, the last full pit stop for tyres was for Ehrentraut, actually, and that pit stop was a 112 in the lane, a 38-second stop.
Okay.
So I believe he's got damage, so you can take 8 seconds off of that, because tyres are 30 seconds exactly. So, about a 1:04 in most cases. Oh, Odedorp's off!
Oh, did he keep it out of the wall?
He has, but what's happened, we need to know. As he's coming through the Schumacher S's, he's in the spray. The car's let go from under him.
Oh, wow. Everyone's struggling around that area, aren't they? It's a gradient change going up the hill. You've got no grip. It's weird. It should be the other way around.
Yeah, because it also goes camber, and then it goes on camber, and then neutral camber as well. So the car gets very unhappy through it.
You got all the weight of the back, all the power, and none of the steering.
Odedorp has dropped back to 4.5 seconds behind Bjorkholm 05, who himself has dropped 1.3 seconds back to Yannick Kippers as well. Wow, so what is happening? We need to know. As we see Lance Stroll going over the curb and hitting the barrier one more time. That poor cone. Yeah, that cone has been sent to the shadow realm. So, Gonz, as we did in Silverstone, the first hour has passed. Who's your driver of the hour?
Where's he gone? I can't see him. The guy in second.
Neatert.
Yeah, he's been driving through the field pretty consistently, to be fair.
Yeah, I'd agree, but I think my driver of the hour has to go to Lupo. To be fair, he led from the start and he's just been building it. you know, he's not got into strife at all around the lap. He's just been very slowly and very surely building up that gap. And that, especially in this tricky weather, is a very hard thing to do.
If you look at it, he's almost got 2 or 3 spins in the bank kind of thing. So you don't want to use them, but it's good to have... Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. This is going to be finished, Husky, I believe.
Yep. It's the iRacing lot, isn't it? Well, you never know. It could.
Yeah, if they're putting weird chat messages of Unicode, it will crash the server. That's why they do it.
I have to see. It's still going at the minute. Yeah, we'll see.
We had drivers drop out. Yeah, there's only 20 people in the server now. Or is that because it scrolled up?
Yep, it looks like it. Now I don't have the chat on in this mode, so I'm not too sure.
I'll be back in a sec.
Yep. So we're still working for now, but we'll see what happens. So the cars are still racing around. Three hours and 53 minutes left on the clock. The server is still going, but I think drivers are starting to drop out. Yep, we've lost one already. Yep, drivers are already struggling. Especially, well, with both the weather and the lag, I would expect. We will see. We will carry on as much as we can. As we're with Alex Wendell. We will see as there are some drivers about the place. The gaps have extended out a bit. Oh, as there we go. I think it's gone. Yeah, it has gone. We're going to head over to the intermission screen while we discuss what is going to happen. So we will go into the intermission and we will wait and see what comes from the admins and see what happens. It's an annoying thing. This keeps happening. It plagued the SRO esports earlier on. It keeps plaguing even smaller leagues. Kunos have been working on fixes throughout the past few days, but it still seems to not be working. So we'll head to an intermission and we will be back with an answer shortly. So, an update from the Racing Pals server. We will be restarting the server with the remainder of the time left. I believe we'll be hopefully retaining the order as much as possible. However, this is something that has been happening a lot in ACC. It seems that there are some idiots, let's say, who are going through the server lists trying to find endurance races to crash them out. And we'll see what happens for the rest of the race. Hello, Gonz.
Alright, yeah, it's imagine being that sad, really, isn't it, you know?
Yeah. I still
Imagine
think
that
it's
a Saturday afternoon, every weekend, your perfect idea of entertainment is destroying hundreds of people's races.
I think it's the iRacing fanboys that are doing it.
No.
Because you know how salty they get when another game does well in the endurance market. They complained when they lost the Le Mans license.
I'm sorry to say it, but I don't think any sim will be competing against iRacing's endurance series for a while.
Oh, they've lost the Le Mans license and GT license.
Well, if they never really had it, that was the thing. It's just that it got someone else bought the rights to host it, so then they couldn't host it, if that makes sense. There was never really a license for that event.
ACC has a much nicer community while we wait for the server to relaunch, hopefully. Fingers crossed. What is the plan then? To relaunch with the remaining, what was it, 4-ish hours left?
Give me a shout, I've got an idea.
A shout. And after that slight inconvenience, we are back on the formation lap. We will see what occurs. The race time has been set to the remainder of the time of the session. The grid order is more or less correct, let's say. And we will be back underway for 3 hours and 15 minutes, hopefully. We will say hopefully, as if it does happen again, we will sadly have to be calling the race there, as no one wants to have to be restarting every hour for the next few things, as we see Mercedes go.
I just want to ask for any drivers or co-drivers, it might be worth sending Kunos an email, because the more emails we can get off people telling them this isn't right and not acceptable, they might deal with it.
It's like we're trying to contact our local MP.
It's ridiculous. At least they reply.
I don't know, I have a Conservative MP, so take that as you will. What?
You're not wrong.
It's funny because it's true.
Second place TCX joined the wrong skin. Yikes. Well, at least you're in it, I guess. At least you're in it.
Right, as we are getting ready to go back underway, we will, I think, hopefully keep an eye on the what do you call it? The chat. At least the stewards will be, and we'll see pretty quickly if it goes underway. But hopefully we should be okay. Fingies crossed, eh? Are you going to cross the fingies, Gonz?
They all crossed.
Yeah, I can't cross my toes on my left hand foot because after you remember the foot operation I had that caused me a lot of strife.
Oh, wait, you could cross your toes anyway?
Yeah, I could. But I can't anymore because now my big toe on my left foot after the operation I had on it, I can't actually move it anymore. Which is brilliant for balance, you know, it's great. Can't move my big toe anymore. The stitch hasn't come out yet either, and I'm a bit miffed.
Jesus. I only meant to temporarily numb your nerves, not destroy it.
Yeah, I think it is the stitch that has been put through has done an absolute strife.
Well, we're back. This is your
We
bit,
are.
I guess.
Yep, here we go again for the second time this evening. Motorsport has commenced again. And as last time, we get the view down towards turn 1, the BMW. We are already seeing 4 wide as we head into the first corner. 2 Porsches down the inside. Who's going to come out on top? Who's going to stay alive? It looks like most of the drivers have got through. Rain's almost getting into a bit of strife there himself. There was a car in the background that went deep too, but at this current minute in time, everyone is still facing in the right direction, which is a good start. You see Maudsley side by side, a little bit of a door bang, but these cars can put up with it. The 2 biggest cars in ACC, and clearly they can put up with it. We get on the brakes. Peter Fuldesi will have the inside line against Sam Maudsley, but Sam Maudsley will get the inside line through turn 6. It doesn't matter though, as the BMW moves over to close that door off exactly before it had opened back up for him. And now Maudsley will be under pressure. And the BMW behind, but it's not quite to be just yet. So apparently in the chat they are back, so yeah, here we go again. The Unicode bug is coming in, so we will probably be seeing the race end today. We'll keep going until the end, but it looks like this is going to be the end of the race today, unfortunately. That is just somehow, sometimes, and somewhere, and somehow the way that the cookie does crumble, especially when you've got people that just want to see the world burn. We will have to see, we will have to know and find out. We will find out very quickly as we get this battle here between the 154 car, now driven by Kilyu, versus Degenstein in the Nissan as we start the first proper flying lap of the session. Again, down towards turn number 1. The Mercedes going very deep, losing it actually at the first corner. He's going to have to go very deep, hit the inside, so that is clearly the lag starting to come in. As I think that looked like a lag-based loss of control into the first corner, not a driving standards loss of control. Into the first corner is big contact there between Alex Wendell and Thomas Jack. That's at the Mercedes-Benz Arena. Cars have to avoid everywhere. He gets collected by the Rosties, Porter, his teammate, I believe, as out in front. Lupo has lost the lead to Ripson there. And it looks like Lupo will have to look down the inside of the hairpin. No, he won't. That won't quite do it. As, yeah, there it is. There is the Unicode messages causing the lag. I think I'm not getting it as I cannot see the track. See the chat, I'm afraid. However, it looks like it's giving effect to the server, very much so. As we see Ripson right under attack, right under pressure from Lupo, in fact. We'll see. Let's see. Is Lupo going to try the outside or try the inside at the chicane? No, he's going to stay right behind the Aston Martin. As we go through to start yet another lap. So we are just keeping a watch on the chat, a watchful eye, seeing what is happening. Almost a crash there for a banana. As we're asking if Kiryu's name is ready. Kiryu. No, it's Mark. That is good. I would really hope that someone wouldn't call their child Kiryu. But I'm pretty sure that name would be disallowed in most countries. See, Sam Maudsley currently running in P4. He's got Tom Jack fighting behind him. There in that 13, actually 77 numbered car. Tom Jack looking down the inside at the hairpin. That's that move done. Reigns maybe looking to capitalise on it, in fact. So I am just currently going to mute the stream just to go and have a look, have an ask of what's happening. So sadly, it has been confirmed that the race will be cancelled. They got back into the server within about a minute. So I'm going to call the stream there. This is a thing that is plaguing Assetto Corsa from the small communities such as ours all the way up to the official SRO sanctioned esports events. However, until the next time, hopefully people who are watching, email Kunos, spam them on social media, get them to change it, because, you know, this isn't on. And if they put it together, they may actually be able to get themselves something constructive. However, until then, I've been Husky. Gonz is currently having a discussion with the stewarding team and the staff team. Until next time, on this very sad occasion, goodbye.